Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up to the best alarm clock that you can imagine in your wildest imagination. Get up, grown folks. It's coffee and donuts for grown-ups for yours truly, the master of ceremony. I am the greatest man alive. Your host this morning, Crush, the legend, the master of ceremonies. As you wake up, make sure you get those eye booger out your eyes, get that crust out your mouth. Make sure you brush your teeth, brush your tongue, and floss. It's time to talk boxing with the boss. Get on up, come on in. Everything is already set out on the table, laid out beautifully. Come in and help yourself, because when you come in these doors, you're not guests, you're not family, you're super family. So, how y'all doing on this Tuesday morning? It's cold outside wherever you at. You don't feel like going to work, but that's why you got me here, guardian of the galaxy, to help you get through the hardest part of your morning, and that is waking up without Folgers in your cup. I am the Maxwell to the last drop. I am the Folgers in the cup. I am what you need, and you don't need to be starstruck because you know I'm better than Starbucks. It's time to get it on. How y'all doing, man? Press the like button as y'all come in. We really appreciate it. Also, shout out to our sponsor, RayconGlobal.com. What are you waiting for? Go there and check out the hottest, and I mean the hottest and the bangingest in audio, headphones, and all your tech needs. Yes, RayconGlobal.com. Yes, you put them in your ear, baby, they be banging. I mean, the quality is so dope. The quality is so dope, the sound and everything. Go to RayconGlobal.com. Stop waiting for me to tell you. Get over there. Check them out yourself. There's a 15% discount. So make sure you go over there, tell a friend, and once again, thank you to our sponsors. Also, thank you to the boxing community. Shout out to all the boxing content creators, factions and stuff out there, because without us, all together, boxing would not be what it is. So shout out to the JBT, shout out to TWT, Anger Management Crew, shout out to the mob, shout out to everybody. We really appreciate what y'all do, but hey, they not like us. They not like us. They not like the Crush, man. They not like the Crush. So before we get the show started, and hopefully we get some haters in here this morning, not so I can debate you, so you can just make yourself mad. Because you know we ruffle feathers when we talk about certain subjects and when we speak on certain fighters. You know, right now, I'm considered a tank maniac and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so be it. I will be all that. Okay, but no problem. But anyway, how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? And, you know, before we get to the main subject, you know, I like to do some other stuff, talk about a few other things and all that. So with that being said, let me just give y'all a couple of things in the rumor mill that's going around, hot topics. So, far as boxing, I heard something recently, and I'm pretty sure you guys had heard about it, and I wanted to speak on it real quick. So, Tim Zoo, who I call Tim Doo-Doo, Eddie Hearn recently came out, and he had something to say about Tim Zoo. And what Eddie Hearn said about Tim Zoo, he said, I don't think Tim Zoo is elite. I think he's good, but I don't think he's elite. He's going to need a confidence booster. This is what Eddie Hearn said about Tim Zoo, because Tim Zoo had faced back-to-back losses. And we all know that Tim Zoo was being projected as one of the best guys at 154 pounds. And we know he lost back-to-back fights. He lost to the Tower Inferno Fandora, aka Blind Fury. And then he also lost to Bakram, who was making a lot of noise to a lot of boxing fans starting to say, hey, man, somebody want to show me who they are, they need to go through boxing. So Eddie Hearn, I get where Eddie Hearn is coming from because myself, Tim Tszyu was cool, but I didn't ever think Tim Tszyu was elite. Okay, so Eddie Hearn feeling that way, that's his opinion. And I don't agree with everything that Eddie Hearn said, but I do agree with Eddie Hearn on this. Tim Tszyu is not elite. So for the ones who thought Tim Tszyu is elite, he's not. And we got to see how Tim Tszyu look when he comes back into boxing and when he does make his return, which I don't know right now when it's his return, but I was just looking at something. I seen Eddie Hearn talking on it. And I said, well, damn, ain't nobody really speak on Tim Tszyu lately. And I wonder why. So, all the Tim Tszyu fans are, the Tim Tszyu band, the wagon riders, what y'all gotta say about that? And also what Eddie said, what he needs to do is that, Tim needs to go back to the land down under and get a confidence boost on him. So do a fight somewhere over there in Australia, set up something nice for him there, make a nice outcome. They should get a good turnout for Tim Tszyu and a confidence boost. And I think that is one of the smartest things Eddie Hearn has said of lately, and I agree with him 110%, which is something that I think a lot of boxers should think about. Instead of rushing right back, especially when they take a loss or take a few losses, what they should do is take the right approach back into the ring, because sometimes these guys try to jump right back into the fire pan when they got burnt, jumping out of it. So we'll see what's going to happen with Tim Tszyu because, 154 is a weight class that's not to be played with, which is a weight class that I'm going to calmly wait for to see once the smoke cleared who is really who is the creme of that weight class. So how y'all feel about Eddie Hearn saying that Tim Tszyu is not elite and actually Tim Tszyu need to go back to Australia, do something over there, get a confidence booster, and also maybe, good eye test joint, and then try to get back in the mix. So I do agree with him once again. Oh, also, well, the nonsense continues on going and things like that. So I try not to really talk about those things too much because there's so much to talk about. But there's fighters, and since it's the beginning of 25, there are fighters that I need to know what's going on with them and what's going on with them as far as their career. So we should be seeing Tito Mercado soon. Pretty sure y'all heard of Tito Mercado. Tito Mercado's the guy who should have had a few more fights in right now. He's around in that 135 region. Matter of fact, Tito Mercado was one of the very first boxers that talked about Keyshawn Davis and not in good spirit. He was saying that Keyshawn Davis can box, but, he's a little overrated. And he said Keyshawn Davis doesn't have a chin. And he's one of the first guys that was actually criticizing Keyshawn Davis, which is something that I feel, just me in my opinion, that needs to be taken care of going on in the sport of boxing because it seems like they always cool with these prospects calling out contenders and these prospects calling out these champions. And the boxing fools, fools gold, they fall for it all the time and not even thinking about it. And this is why I say we can make and break this sport. And a lot of us, we come with these matchups in our head, but we never really talking about two of the top prospects or the top prospects actually getting in the ring with each other because everybody's too worried about a big fight, a big name fight, a big fight. We need to see the prize fight. Oh, we need to see the fight for this belt. We need to see the fight for that belt. Oh, we need to see it for undisputed. We need to see it for unification. And I totally disagree. And I'm going to tell you guys why I disagree. because you don't a boxing match don't have to always be for a daggone title for it to be a good fight. I mean, haven't we watched these guys fight until they became champions? Did they put on good fights, good performances? Well, not all of them, but y'all get what I'm saying. But I never hear the boxing community getting in there with a top guy and all that. No, you gotta talk about putting these guys together, prospect against prospect, contender against contender. This is how you do it. You put the prospects together, you put the top prospects together, let these prospects fight each other. These prospects got to go through each other before they can get to the contender stage. And this is what boxing is not doing enough for that. They're giving these prospects these fights, but they're not fighting prospects. They're not fighting anyone of their peer. And then everybody, oh yeah, we need to see that fight down the line. And no, don't y'all be upset right now. Y'all upset right now because y'all don't get the fights that y'all want to see when y'all want to see them. So my whole thing and my question is, how y'all going to say that, but then say, oh man, we ain't gotta watch these pro. We can watch them fight later. Okay, so you as a boxing fan, if y'all gonna have patience and say, well, you know, the top prospects, they don't need to fight each other now. They can fight later. It don't matter when they fight. Okay, so y'all gonna have the patience for the prospects. Then why you can't have the same patience is patience. And don't give me oh well, you know, I set my tolerance, you know, I got my tolerance level set up for certain things in the sport of boxing. And I get that. Up out there. Tighten the heck up out there. So for a fight. Y'all think it'll be a born fight. We don't need to see these prospects right now. Oh no, we don't need to see Emiliano and Abdullah. Oh, they well, let them fight when their names get big. And what happened? Y'all don't that much in your interest because you're staying stuck on big names. Stop thinking big names means action-packed fights. This is what's wrong with y'all now. Y'all think, it gotta be a top name. You know, the criminal all crim names to say it's gonna be a good ass fight. That don't mean nothing. Because in the sport of boxing, we seen performers get in there with each other and not give us a good show. What are y'all talking about? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, for instance, huh? One of the most anticipated fights in boxing history. And then when we finally get the fight, what happened? Oh, that thing wasn't action-packed like that. It didn't go down the way that y'all thought it was gonna go down. Now the outcome, yes. Because a lot of people have Floyd Mayweather beating Manny Pacquiao. That you might be right about that, because I don't know nothing about boxing. But still in all, When we finally got that fight, what happened? One of the most boringest, one of the boringest big fights of all time. And why what happened? Because it took all these years to put on a fight. And every time the public start running it, y'all notice whenever we run our mouths, the fight takes longer to make. Whenever we get to chopping, whenever we get to run our chops, and like I said, be a fan and stay in a fan's place. I don't even care if you do go investigate and be news. As a fan, that's a bad discussion. I wish y'all I'm trying to tell y'all how to handle y'all debates or arguments. Y'all could do y'all debates and back and forth without talking about another man's pockets. Oh man, the bill and the cook would be so much better. It'd be easier for the virgin ear to understand and comprehend what's going on in the sport of boxing. I keep going to tell y'all be bird watching a man's pockets too much. You gotta understand, a fighter cannot get no more of fighters. Now he can ask for whatever he want to ask for, but a fighter, your favorite fighter, my favorite fighter, no fighter can ask for more than what their market value is. I'm gonna say that again. No fighter, weight class don't matter, none of that. No fighter can ask for more than what their market value is. And that's why I say scared money don't make money. Because some of these fighters, and y'all good and damn well know it, slightly overprice themselves. How do you overprice yourself? For asking for more than what your market value is. I don't care if it's by $1. I don't care if you ask worth. Okay? So hey nights, you know, your boy is only worth, his market value is only 2.5 mil. So like EPMD, y'all got to chill with the nonsense. He ain't worth more than what y'all thought he was. The youngest of church, the youngest of church company. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? If not, I hope you do. But no fighter can ask for more than what they are worth. You go by the market value of the sport or the business that they are in. And hey, not boy is not worth the money that he. So it's only going to happen when these fighters stay true to their market value, for one. And for two, when scared money ain't being scared to make money. Thing is, it's too much. I don't know what a B side is anymore before we get into the main topic. I don't know what the B side is. I think the B side is the new A side, and the A side don't exist. Y'all making the B side the new A side. The alphabet, did any of those letters change to another letter? You B sides want too damn much. The B side is supposed to take what is offered And as long as it's long, they market value. Now, if it's less than your market value, then B-side is you have an argument there. But y'all can't be picky. You don't get to become the A side, or you don't get to grab momentum and get to demand what you want if you don't take the proper steps and doing what you need to do to become that. So all y'all was talking about this nonsense with these B fighters, and the A fighters got to do what the B fighters said. Then what I'm gonna tell y'all before I start going into the main topic is y'all need to shut the X up and stop it with trying to compare these little dudes to Floyd Mayweather. Stop doing it. Because none of these guys is the next Floyd Mayweather. No kind of way. Not in defense, not in offense, definitely not in the ring. Floyd is a one-on-one. His own DNA ain't even him. But I'm trying to make a point here. Stop saying that these dudes is like Mayweather. No, they're not. Because if they was something like Mayweather, they wouldn't be asking for so much as a B-side. They just going to take it because they understand. I don't get to demand everything that I want. But if I beat this dude, then I could be in the driver's seat. But the reason why they don't do it, the reason why they don't do it is because you know good and darn well, and I know good and darn well that B-side ain't got confidence in his daggone self. That's why he want to come with all these damn stipulations. The B-side ain't supposed to have stipulations when he's getting the opportunity at the A-side. What is y'all talking about? Well, it's what it's supposed to happen, and you whine about, oh, well, why this person get a deal? Why that person didn't get a deal? Excuse me? Well, apparently, the reason why, these other fighters, there wasn't no argument with the money because they understood their lane. They stayed in their lane. Frank Martin stayed in his lane. Lamont Roach is staying in his lane. They knew they couldn't ask for no more what the hell they was worth. That's why the fight happened. Talk to your favorite fighter. The reason why we got Lamont Roach. Okay? That's the reason why we got Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach wasn't trying to be picky. Okay? Frank Martin wasn't trying to be picky. See, none of these guys that agreed to get in there with that dude, they ain't have a damn problem. You know why? Because they knew that was the biggest check that they was getting in their career at the time. B-side. B-U. Oh, man. Smash my like button, man. I ain't playing with y'all. Melanie Queen, blessings and high vibrations to you, love. They trying to make all these excuses. Why ain't nothing happened with them? Because apparently they was able to handle business. They agreed. That's how a fight happened when they come to an agreement. So when everything is easy breezy and it ain't taking much to make a fight happen, then that means the business talks went right. That means the B-side was being the B-side, while the A-side was being the A-side. Now tell your B-side to stop trying to be the A-side. I ain't talking about the A-side as a bit of that. Tell them to stop being the S behind the A. Tell them to stop trying. But that's what I'm saying, people. But man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? But that's what it is. Coffee and donut for grown-ups. This is always a pleasure. One of the best moments for me is to have a good boxing build with my peoples in the morning. Smash the like button. Hopefully everything the serving tastes good. So we have The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. Ladies and gentlemen. And everybody know, one of the biggest attractions in America, in filthy America, is the state and the city, New York, known to be and known still to be one of the most lit states and cities throughout this continent's history. It is known for so many things, so many historical things, like a lot of places, but we talking about this state in the city of New York, where everything they so cultural, from fashion to music to art to dance to all these things, right? And everybody, if it ain't on your bucket list, put on your bucket list just to go to New York. Why? Because it's the Big Apple. And you can just be walking up and down, Broadway, and see someone, because it's New York. Historical places known for the Apollo Theater, which is responsible for breeding a lot of stars from the past, the present, and even somewhat the near future. Yes, also known as one of the best homes for holding historical boxing events. Yes, if they fight at Madison Square Garden, this is a fight at Madison Square Garden. You made it to the big leagues. You didn't necessarily have to go to Vegas, baby. New York was just bigger than Vegas. I'm just saying. Let me know when I'm capping, Captain. It's always somewhere there. If I can only play ball, if I can get to play ball here, I know I made it. I know if I get to play football over here, I made it. Or I'm making it. And this is what it is when it comes to New York. Yes. Yes, if you can make it in any of these historical spots in New York, you can make it any and everywhere, baby. And everybody comes to New York for everything. Concerts, shopping, this, that, and the other. But y'all forget it. Yeah, I know y'all, the hip hop and all that, and all these other things, so many great singers and musicians and all that. I get that. But there, New York is also known for holding some of the biggest fights in boxing history. Damn sure in the early days. Damn sure in the early days, and now we got the Barclays Center. We got the Barclays Center, and since the Barclays Center's been open, they have been hosting a few good fight cards. We got to see Thurman over there, Thurman and Danny Garcia, and a few other fights. The Barclays Center has became a home or the second home for some fights. Fighters that's not even from there, that's like another home to them. That's why it's the return of Tank Davis to the Barclays Center. We enjoyed Tank Davis, taking it over to the West Coast, fighting over there in Texas, or, fighting in LA and fighting here and fighting there. But it's good to see Tank Davis back in New York City, to where it's such a neutral place, to where all his fans can get to. Everyone from the DMV that's behind Tank Davis can make it to New York. Everybody can get to New York. I can get to New York. Y'all can get to New York from where y'all from. Yes. It's the return. The champ is returning to the Barclays Center. And everybody was going through it, losing their minds, worrying about what's going on with Tank Davis, because y'all don't understand. See, before y'all be getting in y'all feelings, y'all need to understand there's a method to this. And clearly y'all don't like the way that Tank moves, because anything that Tank does gets up under your skin. Gets up under your skin. I'm like, why this man is getting so much pressure? Why? Especially when he hasn't done nothing to you boxing fans. There's nothing to unlike about this, to dislike about this kid and his skill set. Nothing. Okay? Except for unless you feel as though that there's somebody better. But that don't mean for you to dislike the guy if you think somebody else is better. That's coming to show me that you don't really think that the guy is really better, because that's the reason why you dislike somebody. What? You don't have a style. You don't have a fan-friendly style. I think his style is more fan-friendly than your favorite fighter or your favorite fighters. This little Red always getting in the ring and giving people these money's worth. No, he don't, because he ain't fighting. Then I keep on telling you, he ain't gonna fight who you want to fight until they damn fight. You just the fan. Y'all think y'all too important. You're not. You're just a fan, Stan. But anyway, he got Lamont Roach. Take it or leave it. I don't care. Take it or leave it. All right? Take it or leave it, goddammit. So you got Lamont Roach. You don't like it. You know what? Don't watch it. Don't watch the fight if you don't like it. Okay? I'm gonna watch it. Because you know what? Lamont Roach decided to get in there with Tank Davis. That's all that matters to me. I can't be too picky. H-Town got a song called Beggars Can't Be Choosy, and all you fans are beggars, so you better go listen to H-Town. Beggars can't be choosy. Boxing fans, this is not your woman or your girlfriend, men, that's submissive to you. Got to do what you say when you say it and how you want it done. These damn boxes don't owe you nothing. Stop acting like these boxes is your little hole or your chip or something. That, you know? What's going on, y'all? I mean, so I don't want to hear none of that. What is your favorite fighter doing? What is he doing? Is he fighting anybody? Is he fighting anybody that you want in the fight? No, he's not. Because you know why your favorite fighter ain't fighting nobody that you want to fight? Because the same reason why. If your favorite fighter, if my favorite fighter ain't fighting your favorite fighter, how can the hell can you be satisfied with whoever your favorite fighter fight? But it's the return to Tank Davis. He got Roach. And I'm accepted. Because Loma didn't. Oh, well, the Shakur thing, I'm tired of it. Maybe they'll get back to it later. Devin Haney, play that out. Stop talking about it. Move on. I wish y'all move the hell on. Move on. And I wouldn't, and as a true Devin Haney fan, I wouldn't even be wanting him to go in there and mess around with no Tank Davis. That man still ain't got his mind back together yet. Y'all still talking about what the hell he going to do. Y'all don't know what he's going to do until he get in the ring. He might be shell-shocked, you knuckleheads. Y'all having too much confidence. You know, once this is broken, it's hard to come back from that. But see, y'all sitting all uncomfortable. Y'all ain't going through what y'all favorite fighter going through. I wouldn't be wanting him to get back in there. Especially with a guy that can punch. Y'all don't think he that good because y'all thought that he was that good. Y'all wouldn't have been up there pampering your man when he was doing the nonsense. Y'all would have been on him, criticizing. Get off of that. It's only about 5 Devin Haney fans and all the Devin Haney fans in the damn world that was honest about Devin Haney. Y'all still out of here deflecting and all that. Get on out of here. They don't bring nothing to the table. That's what it is. So what? Get on. Step your game up. Get litty. It ain't my fault that you know some of these fighters is boring. Nobody don't want to see it. And why not? why I have a problem with Tank Davis and his return to the Barclays Center. And he just ain't coming to do him. Okay. It ain't the opponent that you wanted to see at the time, but you ain't gonna get what you want when you want it. This is boxing. Oh, this is just like period. Okay? And then it's like, and then it's a good undercard on it. What are y'all talking about? We got the rematch between the Heartbreaker and Scooter. We got the return of Antoine Russell going against El Rayo, who is considered one of the most improved boxers. It's some fights on here. Then we got Quelo is fighting. So it's not like it's a bad card. I think it's a good card. How well it would do? It's going to do well. I don't never do too many predictions on that because I said, and I will continue to say as a fan, there's certain things I don't worry about. I don't worry about the numbers. I don't worry about their money. I don't care about their percentage. I'm not getting none of that. I'm not getting, come on, I'm not getting none of that ish. So I'm not worrying about it. Y'all worry about too much of the same dag on stuff. And you grown ass men worrying about another man's pocket. What is wrong with y'all? I ain't worrying about no man's pocket. Yeah. They worrying about another man's pocket, ain't getting a penny of it. Hold on, y'all making the switch over real quick. Hold on, making the switch over real quick. You know what I mean? And I think this fight is good. I think it's gonna be entertaining. All the fighters that's involved in this fight is gonna put on a good performance, in my opinion. And you know, Tank Davis and everybody else is coming to do what they need to do. Because whenever you get a fight and you on a big fight card, it's an opportunity for people to see who you are. You show off who you are. Let people know you really that guy. And I don't see nothing wrong with it because it's called boxing. I get it, championship boxing, but at the end of the day, baby, prize fighting over everything. Get paid. Get paid. So I want y'all to understand when fights don't go down, you understand why. That means somebody's asking for more what the hell than what they really are worth. Okay? That's why fights don't go down. That's why the fights that do happen, no matter how big or small the name is, they get done so easy because there's no disagreement on the B side. See, whenever a fight is in agreement and disagreement, it's the B side. The only time is the A, and then the only reason why it's going to be the A side is because of the B side. Because the B side has to be submissive to the A side. But y'all keep wanting the B side to get pampered and all that. What are y'all doing? Oh, y'all just going to change up the rules of boxing. Well, I see that. Y'all been trying it and y'all ain't been doing a good job lately. You ain't been doing a good job. But Tank Davis returning to the Barclays Center March the 1st. I know y'all gonna watch it. It's going, and like I said, it's a good fight card. And I think it's 2 other championship fights on that card, which is always good. That's why we got Quelo and Sandor Martin going at it on that card too. So you got Quelo and Sandor Martin going at it. Antoine Russell, let's see if he can get the belt from El Rayo. You know what I mean? Then you got somebody else is on that card. And then you got the main event. It's a heck of a card. BBO, where's Khalifa? My brother Kareem account for the bank. What you think? What you think, BBO? Got anything to say? How do you feel about the return of Tank Davis to the Barclays Center, which is a turned up spot on the East Coast and one of the best places on the East Coast to box is at the Barclays Center in New York. How you feeling about that?
You know, anytime you get to see Tank go on there and hurt somebody, it's always a win. I hope he go on there and break Lamont's face up real bad. That'll be nice, man. Like maybe bust his eye up, break his jaw. I just hope he just really take his time and beat him up. Don't just knock him out like he did Frank Martin. Beat him up real bad so people know that you that guy. That's what I want to see.
And I think you will get to see that. And one thing, if y'all don't notice about my bro, you can tell he's come from the old school being a boxing fan. You heard what he said. He want to see brutality. And why not? Because it's a gladiator sport. And this is the reason why this is a sport that even when you're looking pretty, you got to look ugly with looking pretty. You understand what I'm saying? All this, you don't want to get touched too much. You're going to get hit. Everybody's going to get punched. Everybody's going to get that chin tested. It's not a fighter in this sport, past, present, or future, that's not going to get hit. Y'all keep talking, acting like a fighter for 10 rounds or 12 rounds ain't going to get hit. You out of your daggone mind. Okay? Even the boxing top defensive fighters then got hit. So quit with all that other nonsense. It's a boxing ring. It's only but so big. They